This video is going to walk you through Lesson 19, Linking Pages. Make sure that you are on code.org and ready to follow along while you watch the video. So I'm on Lesson 19, Bubble 1. Making a multi-page site. A website should include more than one web page, because up to now we've only been making single web pages, and they should connect to each other. Here's an example of a project with multiple pages that are connected by hyperlinks, the blue underlined words that take you to another page when you click on them. Do this. Use the inspector tool to see the code that creates the hyperlinks on the top of index.html. So I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to turn on my inspector, and I'm going to hover here over fun facts. Oh, there's a new tag there in the body section that begins with an A. So I wonder if that is what is causing these links to work. I'm going to full screen this. I'm going to click on Fun Facts. Oh, and I go to a different page and click on Y. Oh, so these are taking me to different pages of my website. You'll see over here on the left, we have several HTML pages this time, along with a single style sheet and several different image files. So this is just an exploration bubble. I'm going to go ahead and click on Finish and move on to bubble 2. Adding links. This page is almost working, but one of the pages is not linked. Do this. Look at the working links and see how they work. Add code that will link from the index page to the Charles Bridge page. Add code that will link the Charles Bridge page to the index page. So up here at the top is some other good information. What are hyperlinks? This is really helpful. Hyperlinks can connect to local web pages or external web pages. To add navigation to your website, you will need to add hyperlinks which connect your individual web pages. You can add hyperlinks to your web page using the A element. The text you want to display as the hyperlink goes between the opening and closing hyperlink tags. The A element has an attribute or parameter, href, which is the location to link to. The location of a local page is just the file path for that page. So here's an example of an A tag. So this is an opening A tag, and then we have our closing A tag. So this is going to tell the web browser to put the words unique houses on the web page, but then to make it a hyperlink. So when somebody clicks on the words unique houses, they're actually going to change to the page called houses.html. Alrighty, so now we're ready to add some code. We're going to add code that will link from the index page to the Charles Bridge page. So if I go here to my index page, I see I have 3 links already, one for Golden Gate, one for London Tower, and one for Golden Bridge. But I need to also add one that's going to link to the Charles Bridge page. So I'm going to go down here in my HTML. I'm going to go to the end of that last A tag, press Enter, and type in a new A tag. And I have to use the href parameter. And then I'm going to make sure and choose the charlesbridge.html, which is the actual web page, and not the image, which would be the JPEG file. And then I'm going to close the opening A tag. I'm going to type the words that I want to have appear on my index page. And then I have to close my A tag. So now if I click on refresh and save, I have it there, but it's all mushed together. So let's see what else is going on here. Oh, we used some break tags in between these. So I'm going to go to the end of Golden Bridge and put that break tag in there. And now it stretches these out on my page. So now if I click on Charles Bridge here, it takes me to the Charles Bridge page, but I have no way to go back. So let's go to the index page again. Let's go to Golden Gate Bridge instead. And I see I have a go back here underneath my paragraph. Let's see where that's at. Oh, here it is. ahref index go back. So I'm going to put this same line on my Charles Bridge page after the paragraph. So I can actually just copy this, go to my Charles Bridge page, go after my paragraph and press enter and paste. And I have my code there now. So I'm going to maximize this. I'm going to check all of these. So I go to Golden Gate Bridge and I can go back. I can go to London Tower Bridge and I can go back. I can go to Golden Bridge and go back, and Charles Bridge and go back. So now I have links between all of my pages. I'm going to click on Finish. Bubble 3, naming links. Just like images and files, links should have clear names that help someone understand what page they are linked to. Read the code or click on the links to see where they go. Change the names of the links to make it clear where they will take you. So this reminds us again, what are hyperlinks? How do I add a hyperlink? And this last one is, what are good rules for naming links? Link name should make it easy for the user to know where they are going. Some good rules are: give the link a good description that makes sense even without reading all the text around it. For example, go here or learn more won't tell you where you are going or what you are learning. Give a link name in regular text rather than just repeating the URL and the link name. For example, home or homepage are easier to read than index.html. Don't link too much text. Readers will not understand specifically what the link is about. So those are some good rules. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. Oh, I see I've got 3 links here that are not named well. So I need to change these. So I can see the first one here is in my roses section. So I've got roses. Here is my paragraph. And inside my paragraph, I have a learn more. So I am going to instead say learn more. I'm going to do this instead. Go to the roses page. And they'll know they're going to go to the roses page. Then the next one is daisies. I have a page at daisy.html. So I am instead going to change this to just say period. And then just like the previous one, I'm going to do the parentheses and say I like consistency on my pages. Go to the daisies page. And I'm going to have to press or do the closing parentheses there. When we go to Daisy's page, looks like that. And then I have one last one here, which is the sunflower page. So this has a lot of text, and I hope you like it too. And I'm going to change this to say, go to the sunflowers page. Now I have consistency across my page, and it's really obvious what we're going to do. So I'm going to actually try this. So I'm going to maximize my page. I'm going to go to the roses page. Here's my roses. There's my back to home. Here's my daisies page. Here's my back to home, my sunflowers page, and back to home. So I have links going both ways because I never want to get stuck on a page without a way to get back or go someplace else in my website. I'm going to click on Finish and move on to Bubble 4. Naming new pages. You'll need to follow the same rules for naming HTML pages that you did for naming images. This page has some problems caused by poorly named HTML files. Do this. Click on the links in index.html and see which ones are broken. Change the file names and link the href attributes so they follow good naming conventions, such as avoid special characters, make sure the name has a specific meaning, use dashes or underscores instead of spaces, and keep the names as short as possible and still have a clear meaning. So I'm going to press my up here to minimize my instructions, and I can see I have 4 pages in this website. The first page always is index.html, so I don't want to mess with that one. But then I have a page called C. That makes no sense. What is C? Oh, C is candy. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this page to be candy. I have to leave the .html so the web browser knows it's an HTML document. Then I'm going to click on this next one, how to make scotcheroos. And I'm going to rename that one because that's way too long. And I'm going to make them just be scotcheroos, a single word. And finally, every time we add a new page, it just defaults it to be new dash a number. Don't ever leave your pages named that. Always rename it. So this is juggle. So I'm going to rename this one to be juggle. Once I do that, I have to go back to index because I bet all of these are broken. So if I click on these, nothing works. So I have to now fix all of my A tags. So my first one is my scotcheroos. So I need to make this one just be scotcheroos. There we go, scotcheroos. That's way too much. Scotcheroos. Once I make my change, I like to click on refresh and save. I like to check it. So that one took me to scotcheroos. I'm going to go to index. And my next one is juggle. So I'm going to rename this one to juggle.html. I'm going to refresh and save. I'm going to click on juggle. There's my back to home. And then my last one is candy. I'm going to click now, refresh and save. Check my fun facts about candy. That one is a back to home. The scotcheroos is missing the back to home. We better add that. I'm going to go to candy. Up here at the top, I have a back to home. So I'm going to copy that from my candy page. I'm going to go back to scotcheroos. I'm going to go right here to the very top of my body section, and I'm going to add a back to home because we always want to have a link on our page. We never want to get lost in our website and not be able to get back. Another rule that I have is I like all the navigation links, if possible, to be near the top. I don't like it when the back to home is at the very, very bottom of the page and I have to scroll all the way down to find it. So make sure you've got some navigation at the top of your pages as well. This is looking good, but make sure you test yours to see if it all works. It's easy to make a typo. I'm going to click on finish and move on to bubble 5. Navigation bar. Most websites use navigation bars to help you find your way around a site. They should be the same on every page. We want consistency across our pages. So look over the navigation bar on index.html and then add the same navigation bar to the other 3 pages. So I have unicycle, bicycle, and tricycle. Now we can go to the other pages and put that there. But I'm going to make one change before I do that. I always like to have a home button on there. So I'm going to click after my H1 and I'm going to add an href. Take me back to the index page. And I'm going to call this home. So now I have a navigation bar that includes all the pages on my website. And I know if I click on home, nothing's going to happen. But watch what I can do now. I can just copy all 4 of these lines. And I can go to all of my other pages. And I'm going to put these at the very, very top of the other pages. I will now have a navigation bar that's exactly the same on all of my pages. So if I go back to index and I maximize this, I can go to my unicycle page. And from there, I can go anywhere I want. Home, unicycle, bicycle, or tricycle. I can always go back home. I can go to tricycle. I can go to unicycle. I can go to tricycle. I can go to bicycle, and I can go home. So it's really nice to have all the links on every page for some consistency. And if you build it initially on your index page, you just have to copy and paste it to the tops of all of your other pages. I'm going to go ahead and click on finish. Bubble 6 is your assessment bubble this time. And this one says adding new pages. So what you need to do on this one is right now you have a single web page with no links. You have to take the content of this page and leave part of it on the index page, but add a new HTML page with some of the content, and then add links between the 2 pages. So that's what the instructions say here. Add a new HTML file by clicking on Add HTML. Make sure you rename it. Don't just leave it new. It says there to rename it. Then use the HTML to fill out your new page. So use the content from the main page, which is the index page. Link your new page to the index HTML and then link back to the index page. So when you're done, you're going to have the hair picture, 2 HTML files, 1 style file, and links going between the 2 index pages, or not the 2, the index page and the other page that you make. So that is your assessment. When I click on finish, oops, I can't click on finish because I didn't actually do anything. You will actually do something before you click on finish. The challenges this time are really good. These explain to you how to make external links because you can link to other things besides just pages in your website, and also how to use images as links. So I want you to work through both of these. So these are both required this time. You need to learn how to do all of the linking on lesson 19 before we move into our project where we build our own website with multi-pages. So I hope you had fun today on this video making links between pages of a website.